I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I really, I see what he's saying, but like, I think that there's always been like more of a focus on like aestheticism, even in like Roman and Greek times. And like, I think that the focus on that is more or less like having your body reflect your mind. So I think that having your body reflect your mind implies that they're kind of not really the same thing. But I can see what he's getting at. Like, I would really have to think about this.
But if you think, no, my body is just an accident,
Sure.
and I can change it to better correspond to my true metaphysical self,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to start chopping yourself up and ballooning out other parts and injecting poison into your face. And there's really no end of that. It's a real.
He's right about that, is that people that get invested in this kind of stuff, they'll never, like, it's never like, oh, I'm going to get this work done and then I'm finally going to be happy with myself. This is my 47th plastic surgery, by the way. Like, I can guarantee you that if you're on plastic surgery number more than 3, probably more than number 2, you're not going to be happy at the end of it.
Not to sound too religious here, but it's a real trick of the devil. It's just a vice and an addiction and a temptation that's going to leave you looking, in the most extreme case, like Michael Jackson, which seems to be the standard of beauty that a lot of young women are aiming toward.
Yes, or like that socialite. She's Swiss, I think. They call her the Catwoman online.
I
Where
don't.
She's like, you can't even recognize. She looks like a cat. She looks like a human cat now.
Why would you want it?
I just look.
That's not what I would want to do.
I think somebody needs to intervene. I feel like these are unethical plastic surgeons. Someone needs to say. I used to watch that show Nip Tuck back in the day. It was entertaining. Then it got really weird and dark, but it was kind of cool. And somebody needs to step in when you see that you got an addict here. Like the same way that the bartender will say when the guy's barfing at the end of the bar, asking.
That's a good point. I mean, I think that like really. I mean, I think she, yeah. I mean, she brings up a good point. What about her body, her choice? Well, like, I think that she brings up a really good parallel where, like, am I correct in this? Because, like, I've heard 2 things, and so tell me which one is right. I've heard that bartenders can actually be held liable if they don't, like cut people off in certain circumstances. Like, the bartender is like, supposed to be, like, aware of that. Yes, they can. So, like, her analogy, I think that it tracks. I do. I think that tracks. How is it different?
For another glass of scotch, it's time for you to stop, sir. The
Yeah.
plastic surgeon needs to say, it's time for you to stop, madam. Like, you've gone too far. This is an aesthetic that you're going for. It should literally be a nip or a tuck. It shouldn't be like this drastic makeover of already beautiful women who are obviously suffering mentally. That's my own judgment. I realize I'm passing it, and it's not my life to lead. It's theirs. I just feel like I really hope this isn't the truth for my daughter when she gets older, and I hope it's not the truth for America's daughters. Because,
Well, it's
all
going to be
fine.
the truth for a lot of people, and also guys too. Like, guys want to get plastic surgery as well. Like, there's all kinds of crazy shit that guys try to do nowadays. Like, and some of it apparently works, some of it doesn't. You've got like natural techniques, like people talk about like mewing and shit like that. People doing like steroids, like tren, and all kinds of crazy shit. Height surgery. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about that recently. And so, yeah, no, I'm serious. Like, mewing, well, no, I'm saying, like, these are examples of things that guys do as well. Like, because this is like historically seen as a girl problem, like, because girls are insecure, but like, it affects guys too. I think it's been affecting guys more, actually. Like, in the last 10 years, I think it's affected guys a lot more.
Made
Fine.
news.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's so important because what you said is, look, there's an objective standard here, and we can tell that, okay, if you want to do a little bit of work here or there, maybe that's within reason, but the people who totally transform themselves in this way that is making them look worse,
Yeah.
we shouldn't be doing that. Someone should intervene. But what that implies is that there are objective standards. There's objective standards of health, of sanity, of beauty, of truth, of morality, and I certainly think that. I think reasonable people think that. But in our culture, we're
I think reasonable people think that, but I certainly don't want to follow his fucking standards. What are you talking about? Like, you want to make standards? Like what? Like what, bro? Like, cause everybody, like, this is the thing, right? Is like, I have a standard. He has a standard. I guarantee you, he don't want to live by my standard. I don't want to live by his. Like, so maybe there's a good idea to not have standards, and just let doctors make the decision themselves. And if doctors are, like, you know, found to be, you know, taking advantage of people, maybe hold them liable or something. That's about it.
Told now that everything is subjective, everything is relative, and the only moral criterion that matters is consent. So if an adult consents to do something, increasingly, even if a child consents to do something, if you ask the left, then they should be permitted to do that, even if it's going to harm them, even if it's objectively disordered.
True or
is
false?
That it?
Using your tax refund to pay off credit card debt is smart. False.
It's definitely why.
Donewithdebt.com published a strategy designed to let you keep your hard-earned
It's
tax
a
refund.
fucking advertisement. Yeah, because it's a good idea to fucking do that. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'll link you guys a video. Yeah, I think that they're wrong about this, just like in general. I think that they don't think about it from the other person's perspective and, like, to see why they do it. Because, like, if you want to figure out, like, you have to really, like, think about, like, why somebody does something in order to make them stop doing it. Because if you can figure out why they're doing it, you can figure out how to make them not do it, right?
It seems that the discs of Norgannon are only parts of the complete set, like keys on a key ring, if you will. If we can find the plates of Uldaman, then we could actually access the Uldaman complex itself. Imagine actually exploring the place where the creators worked without having to bring a huge shovel. Not that there's anything wrong with shovels or digging.
That kind of stuff. So let's talk about it. You ever been in a relationship with a liar? I mean, like a
well, adventurer.
Lies about
Dead end here. We know what we need, the plates of Uldaman, but we have no idea where they might be. We'll need to do quite a bit of research on this to come up with a solid plan of attack. I have a couple ideas where to start looking. I have high hopes that soon we'll be asking you to head out and recover them. The High Explorer needs to be informed on this, adventurer. No doubt he also wants to thank you personally for once again aiding the League. We're all in agreement then. The best plan of attack is putting this on hold until we can narrow down the areas where these plates might lie hidden. You've brought us this far, adventurer, and I hope you will be the one to head back into the field to unlock Uldaman for us all. Allow me to give you this honorarium in the meantime. This should cover any expenses you've encountered in assisting us. And a little something extra. Be sure to check back with us soon. Uldaman beckons.